Hi you guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, and if you are new around here, hi, my name is Maaru. I'm a New Zealand based YouTuber and a makeup artist, and here on YouTube I make makeup and mental health related content. Whew, it's a long intro. I know, I've practiced. I'm here with an exciting video, but before that I'd just like to apologize and say I'm sorry I've been away from YouTube. I haven't released any content or made any content recently. I've just been reprioritizing and managing my mental health behind the scenes, and I decided to take some time off for myself and focus on myself. So I do apologize for being away, and this is what's been happening in the background, and I have not been ignoring you guys or the channel. So today we are going to be diving into Korean beauty. So after my last Korean beauty, K-beauty video I did with New Zealand blogger Jasmine, a lot of you guys were really keen on learning more, or diving more into K-beauty products, especially eyeshadow palettes. I got a lot of messages. Now, while I am on a spree to not spend, I had a friend who was kind enough to give me her palettes, and they were from Etude house. And it's funny because when I met her, Teely, I actually made a video about all the makeup she gave me. She gave me a whole bunch of makeup that I could use, and if you haven't seen that video, please be sure to go and check it out, because it was a very generous gesture by Teely, because it was the first time I was ever meeting her, and she met me with a whole bunch of makeup in a bag, and all of them were, expensive, valuable makeup, and she gave it to me so that I can create content for my channel. Thank you, Teely, again, and be sure to check that video out. I am freaking excited because I do love K-beauty products, especially skincare. I have in the past tried to get into the eyeshadow palettes, and it hasn't worked out for reasons I will tell you later on as you watch the video. I am looking at 3 of the palettes that she gave me in that bag, and they were K-beauty. We are going to be sitting down and going through these babies, and we're going to do it in a bit of a different style, and it's called Sip and Swatch. Wait, is it swap and swatch and sip? No, sip and swatch. You meant to sip the drink and swatch the palette. A lot of sorry. Sip and swatch is a thing that a YouTuber called Morgan Taylor, freaking love her. I have been binge watching her content for the past month or so. She makes amazing content. She is a PE teacher full-time, and she makes incredible, valuable, useful YouTube content, makeup content. And if you haven't checked her out, please do so. I'll link her channel down below as well. She's amazing, and the amount of work and dedication she puts into work is outstanding. One of the series that she does is Swatch and Sip, and basically she sits there and she swatches through palettes, and that's what we're going to be doing. Wow, Maaru, what an intro. So I have my drink, it's coffee. The way it's going to work is I'm just going to be swatching it on my arm, like so, and please do excuse the hairy arms. I did not quite have time to get rid of the hair after work, but I guess we all have them, so it's all good. The first palette that we're going to go into is actually the palette I used to create this eye look. So the way it works is I obviously sip a drink, and actually you're meant to go grab a drink as well, so go now. Yeah, go pause the video and go grab a drink. I'm going to be swatching this palette. I'm actually left-handed, so it makes sense for me to do this. The lighter shade did not quite work out on my skin tone. It's coming out quite patchy. That's a nice shade. Another matte. Yeah, it's a matte shade. Yeah, see, the lighter ones are kind of not sure. I'm excited for these ones though. Yeah. That is beautiful as well. So that there is the chocolate palette. I'm so happy that there is a deep enough shade for me to create, a variety of looks, because without this deep shade, this whole palette would be, well, to me, it would be quite limiting. So there you go. A little bit of arm hair and the palette swatch. This palette is actually called Cold Brew Latte. I'm just gonna call it the chocolate palette because it looks like chocolate. Looks delicious. Ding! We're gonna wipe this arm. The next one we're gonna do Play Color Eyes, the pink palette. Wow. Yeah, see, the light mattes just isn't doing it for me. Wow. It's a beautiful dusky pink. I don't think this is going to be deep enough for me though. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, it's not deep enough for me to create dimension. Oh, that is stunning. That is the pink palette. I love that shade. Again, I mean, it's a beautiful palette. The light matte shades and also not enough deep of a shade kind of puts me off. And the next thing we're going to do is go through the peach palette. Low-key, I'm actually really excited for this because I'm a sucker for peach, coral, orangey, pinky shades. And they look so good on, About to get slapped by the palette. Peach coral shades look so bomb on deep skin tone, so I'm really excited. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's my favorite. Actually, I do know what my favorite is. That was very anticlimactic, wasn't it? How? I'm starting to see some inconsistency in formula. Just something to note. Either I've gotten better at swatching, which is possible, or these shadows perform slightly better, or it could be both. That is stunning. This dusky peachy pink thing. That is beautiful. That is what the peach shade looks like. Bear in mind, there's actually a shadow right here, even though it just looks like my skin. But I don't know, okay, there is a really good chance I learned to swatch better. But also, I swear, these shadows just feel different. I don't know, as you can tell. I hate to be a broken record, but if only they had like one deep shade, this just would have taken this whole palette to the next level. Overall, I'm super impressed, especially by the peach palette quality. The least I was impressed by it was the pink one. However, my favorite color story, and even, you know, the sparkly glittery shade, is actually this chocolate one. And I think a lot of us would gravitate towards this because it follows a neutral, you know, warm tone color scheme. And I think a lot of us would be attracted to this one. Having said that, this one has good formulation and it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna take a sip next. Out of the three palettes, this is my most favorite, and here are my reasons. The fact that this eyeshadow palette has a deep brown is a major tick. As far as versatility is concerned, especially with eyeshadows, the biggest thing I look for as a deep skinned brown girl, I look for a deep matte shade, whether it's brown or black or brown black, it doesn't matter. I just need something that I can use to create depth to my eyes. And every time I see a deep brown in palettes, I get excited because to me that kind of elevates the versatility of that palette just that much more. This is even a bigger deal when it comes to Korean beauty, because about 5-6 years ago when I was trying to get into Korean beauty, especially with their eyeshadow palettes and formulas, I struggled to find a palette that had deep enough brown black shade. The reason this is a big deal is because I'm someone who likes to add and create depth to my eyes. If you are someone who doesn't look for that and you're okay to just use, you know, colors as they are, Korean palettes would work for you. But once upon a time, Korean beauty did not make palettes that had dark enough shades for me to call them a versatile palette. And that's okay, because predominantly and originally K-beauty was catered towards people of lighter skin tones relative to me. Compared to me, they were of lighter skin tone. Moreover, skin whitening and skin brightening is a huge industry in Korea, and I think it still is to an extent. Companies, brands like Etude House, the fact that they're coming out with palettes with deeper shades, you know, especially matte deeper shades, tells me that, you know, there is hope and that I can find inclusive, versatile palettes like this one. Whether it was intentional that they put this there to be inclusive, I don't know, but it turned out to be an inclusive palette in my humble opinion. The other two, I wouldn't say they had a deep enough shade for me to call them versatile, if you know what I mean. They're very pretty, very beautiful, you know, beautiful color story and color selection. However, I don't know if I would call this a versatile palette. Some of the shades are too similar for my liking, and also they do have this deep brown shade. However, it's a metallic brown shade, and also relative to my skin tone, I wouldn't really call it a deep brown or black. Well, at least I can't use this to create dimension to my eyes anyway. But nevertheless, a very beautiful, pretty palette, and I think you would still enjoy it if you're into peachy, coral, warm tones. The pink palette, this one does have a matte deep shade. However, I don't think it's deep enough for me. But if you are of lighter skin tone, to me, of course, you can use this to create depth using this matte shade over here. Honestly, I think to a lot of you guys, this might not be an issue, and it is the makeup artist in me that's looking for, you know, like shade to create dimension and all that kind of stuff. However, I know that is not the biggest deal for some people, and that's totally okay. But yeah, this shade is stunning, and I do use it. I mean, if I were of lighter skin tone, I would still use this to create dimension to my eyes. And as far as the color story is concerned, it's a beautiful palette once again. This pink calls out to me the moment I opened it. It was actually between this pink smoky eye or, you know, using the chocolate palette, but I obviously went with this one. This pink calls out to me. Again, a couple of similar shades around here, but regardless, you know, different finishes and a good, decent color story. If I'm to pick a favorite, it's no secret, I would pick the chocolate one. This is my most favorite out of all three. As far as formulation is concerned, I do think that the mattes, the formulation is not consistent across all three palettes. They're not as consistent. You would have probably noticed that in the swatches. The lighter matte shades just did not blend well on my skin tone, but the darker matte shades actually blended really well and created, you know, as you can tell, created this look. The shimmer shades, they are beautiful. So there are two types of shimmer shades in these eyeshadow palettes. One is your, you know, your OG Korean natural finish slash shimmery eyeshadow sort of finish, and then there are actually some glittery, like super glittery formulas, which is again a big deal because Korean beauty is known for its natural looking makeup. Even though it's shimmery, it still looks natural. However, evidently there are some pretty shimmery eyeshadows here. It's not a bad thing. It's actually nice to see that the brand is branching out and exploring different eyeshadow formulation. I congratulate Etude House for that, for trying new things. And I do like that it adds a little bit of excitement to the palette when you see, you know, those shimmery ass shades. This is the one I've got going on my eyes. Those are my final thoughts. As always, I will link these products and where you can find them and buy them in my description box below. I don't have any affiliate codes or anything. I'm a very small fish in the YouTube game, so I do apologize. I don't have any, you know, codes or discounts or whatever, but I hope the links are useful regardless. Thank you for watching this video. This is the end of the video. I will see you in the next one. Please remember to comment down below. And as for the giveaway, I decided to extend the July giveaway with a couple of added products, which is actually an eyeshadow base by Be Perfect Cosmetics and also a mascara. The palette is the same, and you can actually head over to my Instagram to find out how you can enter. So you can find my Instagram page in my description box below as well, and you can enter the giveaway there. Thank you for watching. Did I say that? I did say that. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome night. Have an awesome day. See you in my next video. Bye for now.